A sports drink has 3 parts water for every 1 part concentrate. A map uses 1 centimeter to represent 50 kilometers. A recipe needs 2 eggs for every cup of flour. These are all ratios, and once you understand them, you'll see them absolutely everywhere. In this lesson, you will learn exactly what a ratio is, how to write and read ratios correctly, how to simplify them, and how to apply them in real-life situations that actually matter. Welcome to Phase 3. Ratios, Rates, and Proportions. Today, we will go through the introduction to ratios. A ratio is a comparison between 2 or more quantities. It tells you how much of one thing there is compared to another. For example, in a class of 30 students, 18 are girls and 12 are boys. The ratio of girls to boys is 18 to 12. This simply means, for every 18 girls, there are 12 boys. These numbers can also be simplified to 3 to 2. That means, ratios don't tell you the exact number of students. They tell you the relationship between them. There are 3 ways to write the same ratio, and you need to know all 3. Using the girls and boys example, 18 to 12. Method 1. Words. 18 to 12. Method 2. Colon notation. 18:12, written as 1812. Method 3. Fraction form. 18/12, written as 18/12. All 3 mean exactly the same thing. In middle school math, you will see all 3 forms, so make sure you're comfortable reading and writing each one. This is critically important. The order of a ratio completely changes its meaning. Girls to boys is 18:12. Boys to girls is 12:18. These are 2 completely different ratios. Always read the question carefully to know which quantity comes first. If a question asks for the ratio of boys to girls, writing 18:12 instead of 12:18 is wrong, even though both numbers are correct. Just like fractions, ratios can be simplified. To simplify a ratio, divide both numbers by their highest common factor. Let's simplify 18:12. The highest common factor of 18 and 12 is 6. Divide both by 6. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. Simplified ratio. 3:2. This means for every 3 girls, there are 2 boys. Same relationship, simpler numbers. Let's try a full example. A bag contains 15 red marbles and 25 blue marbles. Write the ratio of red to blue marbles in its simplest form. Step 1. Write the ratio in the correct order. Red to blue. 15:25. Step 2. Find the highest common factor of 15 and 25. Both are divisible by 5. Step 3. Divide both by 5. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Simplified ratio. 3:5. For every 3 red marbles, there are 5 blue marbles. Now, let's try a real-life application. A recipe uses 400 grams of sugar and 600 grams of flour. Write the ratio of sugar to flour in its simplest form. Step 1. Write the ratio 400 to 600. Step 2. Find the highest common factor. Both are divisible by 200. Step 3. Divide both by 200. 400 divided by 200 equals 2. 600 divided by 200 equals 3. Simplified ratio. 2:3. This means for every 2 parts sugar, you need 3 parts flour. This ratio stays the same, whether you're making a small batch or a large one. Here is a concept that trips up a lot of grade 7 and 8 students. There are 2 types of ratios. Part to part. Compares one part to another part. Example. Girls to boys is 3:2. Part to whole. Compares one part to the total. Example. Girls to total students is 3:5. Notice. If the ratio of girls to boys is 3 to 2, then the total number of parts is 3 plus 2 equals 5. So, girls make up 3 out of every 5 students. This is where ratios connect directly to fractions. The girls represent 3/5 of the class. Let's use part to whole, with a real example. In a fruit basket, the ratio of apples to oranges is 4 to 3. Question 1. What fraction of the fruit are apples? Total parts. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Apples make up 4 out of 7 parts. Answer: 4/7. Question 2. If there are 28 pieces of fruit in total, how many are apples? 4/7 of 28 equals 4 divided by 7 multiplied by 28 equals 16. There are 16 apples. Here is the most common ratio mistake at grade 7 and 8 level. A class has 12 boys and 18 girls. A student writes, the ratio of boys to the whole class is 12:18. That is wrong. The whole class is 12 plus 18 equals 30. The correct ratio of boys to the whole class is 12:30, which simplifies to 2 to 5. The mistake is using the other part instead of the total. Part to whole means one part compared to all parts combined. Now, it's your turn. Pause and solve these. Question 1. A smoothie uses 3 parts mango and 5 parts pineapple. Write this ratio in all 3 forms, words, colon, and fraction. Question 2. Simplify the ratio, 36 to 24. Question 3. The ratio of cats to dogs in a shelter is 5 to 4. If there are 45 cats, how many dogs are there? Pause now. Here are your answers. Answer 1. 3 to 5, written as 3:5, written as 3/5. All 3 forms represent the same ratio. Answer 2. The highest common factor of 36 and 24 is 12. 36 divided by 12 equals 3. 24 divided by 12 equals 2. Simplified ratio, 3 to 2. Answer 3. The ratio is 5 to 4. For every 5 cats, there are 4 dogs. 45 cats divided by 5 equals 9. Multiply 9 by 4 equals 36 dogs. Here is your final challenge. A paint color is made by mixing red, blue and yellow, in the ratio 2 to 5 to 3. If a painter uses 16 liters of red paint, how many liters of blue and yellow paint are needed? Pause the video and try. Let's solve it step by step. The ratio is 2 to 5 to 3. Red is 2 parts and equals 16 liters. So, 1 part equals 16 divided by 2 equals 8 liters. Blue is 5 parts. 5 multiplied by 8 equals 40 liters. Yellow is 3 parts. 3 multiplied by 8 equals 24 liters. Total paint. 16 plus 40 plus 24 equals 80 liters. This is a 3-part ratio, one of the most common ratio question types on grade 7 and 8 exams. Remember the key step. Always find the value of 1 part first. So, today you learned what a ratio is and how it compares quantities. You learned the 3 ways to write a ratio, words, colon, and fraction form. You learned why order matters and how to simplify ratios using the highest common factor. You learned the difference between part to part and part to whole ratios. And you solved 3-part ratio problems by finding the value of 1 part first. In the next lesson, we go deeper. Equivalent ratios and how to use them to scale quantities up and down. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. See you in the next lesson.